Hi, my name is A.M. Cullison, and this is my capstone presentation for the IDT 400X Instructional Design and Technology. Here we will start on my portfolio on WordPress. We'll come over into the instructional design document first. And the mini course I created is called How to Create a Grant Proposal, the Basics. This mini course is for adult learners, higher education administrators. We're using adult learning theory and the rapid instructional design model. And the reason these were chosen was because adult learners, we want to use real world examples, teach them the skills that they'll need to use on the job. And the rapid instructional design model also allows for feedback and support after the course. So here in the instructional design document, we've got the target audience section, course type. It's a how-to course, a synchronous online course. So we will have scheduled course sessions together. And we've got the course learning outcomes, 4 of them. All of this is so that learners can learn how to read, interpret, and annotate, and then create a grant proposal. We've got 3 modules that the learners will engage with. First, agencies and funding announcements, learning how to navigate agency websites and read funding announcements. We've got the activities and assessments here, including breakout rooms and hands-on activities. Module 2, grant proposal documents. Learners are going to be able to read these grant proposal documents, understand what they're asking, find necessary information, and summarize the steps needed to build a grant proposal document. Module 3, we've got planning and building a grant proposal. Here's where learners will put together their knowledge, create an outline for how to build a grant proposal, and put one together, and then reflect upon their experiences. Next, we're going to look over here again at the portfolio, the mini course evaluation. We've got our login information to go to Canvas. And I'm already logged in. So here on the Canvas site, we've got the attribution non-commercial license. And the learners are first going to come into the modules tab. Here we've got module 1, 2, and 3. We've also got the syllabus on the side, but learners are first going to come to the welcome page, module 1. Got how to get started, how to navigate. Let's look at the syllabus here. Course description, information, prerequisites, learning outcomes again, and then the course structure with our modules, activities and assessments, grading and participation. Participation is required, but there are no grades. And then the course schedule and academic integrity policy and accessibility. Back here in module 1, we've got our learning objectives for the first module, as well as the pre-work. First, learners are going to browse these web pages for federal funding agencies and a private funding agency. These links will take them to the web pages. And then they're going to watch a video about the grant process for the National Endowment for the Arts. So they can see different types of funding announcements, different things that agencies ask for, also similarities in what they ask for. Finally, the document that we're going to be annotating and working together with is linked here, a PDF. They can download it. During class, learners are going to participate in discussions, and they're going to navigate the funder websites. Again, we're looking at real-world information. Finally, learners are not going to be graded, as I mentioned before, but participation is required. These are adult learners, and we want them to really engage with this so they can learn the skills in a real-world way. First, discussion, understanding funding priorities. Participation is required, so the learners are going to respond to one another here. The next discussion is about effective annotation techniques. They're going to share tips and tricks with one another and provide suggestions for how to effectively annotate a funding announcement. And then our assignment prompt here, learners are going to download this PDF and highlight it in at least 2 key sections, underline it, whatever the case may be. They'll submit it when they're done. They also need to include at least 3 comments or questions. And here's the rubric. Again, this is not graded, but it's complete or not. Did they do the annotations? At least 3 questions or comments, and they can read about the criteria here. We've got a quick knowledge check, a quiz. No grades, but it's required. different types of questions, multiple choice, true and false, and short answer and scenario questions. They can take the quiz as many times as they need to, and it'll save their scores, which no grades, but again, participation is required. Then we've got our post-course reaction survey to gather feelings and feedback about how the course went. The next button will take us into Module 2. Learning objectives are listed again, and then we've got a video screencast which describes the module's learning objectives, which can be watched right here on the Canvas page. And then during class, participate in discussions once again, and then the assessment reminder. Module 3, planning and building a grant proposal, learning objectives, and how they'll be assessed. So learners can come over to the side and navigate again however they need to find what they're looking for. And finally, we're going to come back here into the mini course evaluation. I evaluated my course using the Purdue CDD course evaluation rubric. Most of this is course ready, or some is exemplary in these sections here. The course materials, modules 2 and 3 need additional materials, need to be fully fleshed out if this were to be a real course. And then coming to the very end of the rubric, here is the summary of the at a glance. Overall, I think that this mini course would be helpful for adult learners who need to use real-world skills in their day-to-day jobs, doing grant proposals. And thank you again for this experience. I learned a lot, and I'm grateful for the edX MicroMasters program. So thank you again.